If you've ever looked at a room full of furniture and knickknacks and thought to yourself, that must be a nightmare to clean, well, you're absolutely right. But today I am doing it anyway. Hey friends, it's Kayla. So this is not a cleaning or home organization channel by any means. I usually share DIY projects, home makeovers, cabinet and furniture painting, stuff like that, not footage of me vacuuming, but every now and then I am asked over on Instagram, how do you clean all that stuff? Or people will say things like, I could never live in a house without much decor. It would drive me insane to dust. And honestly, that is a fair assessment, okay? But I love my home the way that some people love their minimalism, deeply, irrationally, and with a disregard of how long it might take to clean. And I know minimalism has been the reigning trend in home decor for the past 20 years, and that is great, truly. I went through a minimalism phase whenever I was younger myself, but these days I love stuff. I love walls covered in art, stacks of books, layers of textiles, and all the charming knickknacks. To me, more is more, the more the better. My goal is not to have a space that looks like it came out of the Restoration Hardware catalog. It is to live in a home that feels like it has a soul. So sure, it takes a lot longer to dust, but to me, it is worth it. And I'm going to share a little secret with you. My guilty pleasure is to watch Clean With Me videos here on YouTube. Don't know why, I just think that they are fascinating. And I have noticed that they all follow roughly the same formula. It's an adorable girl, she's in a cute outfit, and her house might be a little disheveled from kids' toys and stuff, but they're never dirty. And the interiors are always very, very similar. They're sparsely furnished. Everything is white or beige, and there's not a tchotchke in sight. And honestly, that is fabulous. If that is your style and that's what you love, I am 100% on board with you living in a house that you love, period, like full stop. But my living room looks like maybe your British grandmother got a hold of it. So my version of Clean With Me looks a little different from most of the videos floating around YouTube. Maybe your home style also aligns with mine and you love to live amongst vintage treasures, or maybe you're still watching right now because you think my home decor style is one of those train wrecks that you can't look away from. Either way, I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so I have what I think is kind of a funny little story to share. So about 8 years ago, I did a Clean With Me video. It was the first one I'd ever made. This, by the way, is the second one I've ever made. But 8 years ago, my last house, I cleaned the kitchen, and I was into watching Clean With Me videos at that time. So I decided it would be fun to do one myself. So cleaned the kitchen, videoed it, made a YouTube video, posted it, and then at that time, I sent out an email blast about the new video to my email subscribers. But my email subscribers were on my list from my blog based on the premise of I was going to be letting them know any new blog posts or videos pertaining to painting, cabinet painting, furniture painting, because that's, what my blog is largely about. And so I will never ever forget a reply to this email blast that I sent out from this lady who was very angry. I wish I could remember, or I wish I had saved her email because I can't remember it verbatim, but it was something like, I want to know why I have an email about you cleaning your bleep kitchen in my inbox. Remove me from your list immediately. And I was so embarrassed, absolutely mortified. So, I don't know why. At that time, anytime I had a new post or video, I always sent it out to my email list, my subscribers, saying that there was new content. However, my mistake was I just didn't think about the people who had signed up for that list would absolutely not care if I had a Clean With Me video. So anyway, I won't be making that mistake again. I'm just going to post this little video here, and if you're watching it right now, then great. But you won't receive an email from me if you're on my list about it to come watch it. So you're welcome. almost everything in my home is purchased secondhand from antique stores and thrift markets and stuff like that. So this lamp came from one of my favorite thrift stores up in Ozark, Missouri called Camp Flea. And I first saw it, it was like around Christmas time. I was shopping with my mom. We went into this flea market and looking around, and I saw this lamp, and my mom said, "Oh my gosh, that's the ugliest thing I have ever seen in my life." And I think it was marked like $65 or something like that. And since it was around Christmas time, I'm like, I'm not going to purchase things for myself. I'm shopping for other people. And so I left the lamp, knowing that I was like, it was super cool. I really wanted it. And then fast forward 6 months, I was in the store again and it was still there. Shocker, right? So I picked it up and I'm so glad I did. And anytime I've ever loved something at the store and then left it and gone back for it and it's still been there and I purchased it, I bring it home, I think to myself, how could I have ever left this in the first place? So that's the story about the lamp. And the same thing about this alligator head. Listen, I'm sorry if you don't like taxidermy. I did not kill this alligator, but I saw this guy sitting on the same shelf in the Camp Flea Market for more than a year, so there's no telling how long he had been there. And one day I finally said, I can't take it anymore. I'm taking you home. And I just can't believe that I didn't buy him sooner because I can't imagine my living room without him. Every time I clean, I open up this book where I have pressed leaves and flowers and stuff, thinking I have got to get these framed. This is cow parsley I picked last summer, and yeah, I've got some. Oh, these leaves, if anybody knows what tree this came from, please let me know in the comments, but I found these leaves in London and pressed them in a book and brought them home in my carry-on, but I have absolutely no clue what kind of tree they came from. I started making this, I told myself I wasn't going to narrate the entire thing because it's kind of annoying just to hear the same person talking so much, but here I am, I can't stop. I found these 2 red toile chairs off of Facebook Marketplace a few months ago. I think I paid $50 for both of these chairs. The lady had one tiny little grainy, horrible photo, but I could tell from the shape. I was like, man, these are going to be good chairs. I can just know, I feel it in my bones. So we drive an hour to pick them up and I get there and I'm just completely shocked at the quality. They are so good. I don't know what they are, but they have been slip covered and these red toile slip covers are so well done. I'm just shocked. The underneath upholstery is really ugly, but they are the most comfortable chairs, down-filled cushions, professionally made slip covers, and I am just in love with them. In case you're wondering if I get that spot, nope, I don't. This is Miss Beasley. And on the day I'm actually editing this, May 8th, today is her 5th birthday. She's the best girl. I get a lot of questions about this sofa, and it is the Maxwell sectional from Interior Define. I'll leave the details and a link down in the description if you're interested. And I'm always asked if it is comfortable. And I would say yes, it is comfortable. The seat is just a little more firm than I was expecting. I bought it online. I don't have an Interior Define showroom around me, so I wasn't able to sit in it before I purchased it. And I know that like most people would absolutely never do that. And, I get it, but it was green and I loved the shape of it. And I was able to customize the size and which side I wanted the chaise lounge on and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it was worth the risk to order it, and I am happy. For the price point and all the customizations you can get, I feel like it's a good deal. Every time I've got the vacuum out, I try to hit the drapes so that they don't get too nasty over time. But these drapes are from 2 Pages Curtains, and I have them here in the living room and in our bedroom, and I've been really happy with the quality. For customized lined pinch pleat drapes, 2 Pages is some of the most affordable curtains that you're going to find out there, and I have a discount code for 15% off. My code is Kayla Payne, but I'll leave a link and the code in the description so that you'll have access to that whenever you need to. So you should check them out. So I introduced you to Beasley earlier, and this is some of her finest work right here. Bless her heart, she loves to lay in front of this window and rest her sweet little head onto this windowsill. And what is it in dog slobber that makes it like cement? It is so hard to scrub off. I do not understand, but anyway, I love to use a microfiber rag, teaspoon of powdered Tide dissolved into really hot water, and it is the best cleaner that you'll find, period. I love it. That tip is from Go Clean Co. If you don't follow them on Instagram, what are you doing? Also, that's what I'm mopping with. Sometimes I add a little bit of bleach if I'm feeling like the floors are extra gross. Oh, and I almost forgot, this mop is the greatest. I think it's the O-Cedar Spin Mop or something like that. I'll link it. If you don't already have one of these, you've got to get one. I think it's just the greatest mop ever made. Next on my tour of weird taxidermy is this cute little puffer fish. I didn't really realize how many odd animal things I had in my house until I was editing this video, but those are porcupine quills, and here's another little crocodile head. I don't know, I guess maybe I'm just a freak. I wasn't able to finish everything on the Friday before the kids got home from school and my husband got home from work, so this is actually from Saturday, and I decided I would rather have this pretty faux cherry blossom arrangement here on this entry table, so I'm changing that out, and I was super happy with these faux cherry blossom stems from Amazon. This is just one package. It comes with 6 stems. I'll link it down below, but I've used these all spring and I've been so happy with them. That little pop of pink is just so pretty. Okay, a full 8-hour day later. This is what it looked like before, and here it is after. So this room is mostly finished after our renovation. I would say it's 90% complete, but there are a couple things I want to do, like mounting that TV onto the wall, moving that dresser that it's sitting on, and I have a fireplace mantle that I want to stick there. I might be repainting it sometime. I'm not in love with the way this color looks. This paint color is called Setting Plaster by Farrow and Ball, and it's a very neutral pink, like a fleshy pink. However, when it's spring and summer, see how beige it looks right now? When it's very green outside, that green reflects into the room and cancels out the red in the color. So it kind of turns it into this very boring and bland beige tan that I don't love. I really wanted the room to read neutral pink and not neutral Band-Aid. See, yeah, it just looks like a Band-Aid. So I may be repainting it sometime, but not right now. I've got too many other things to do that sound a whole lot more fun than repainting this room. Even though I felt a little silly making the video, it ended up kind of being fun in the end. Plus, the room clearly needed it, so it's a win-win situation. If you enjoyed watching me dust my way through a maximalist fever dream, let me know. And don't worry, I'll be back soon with more of my usual content, DIY projects, painting, home makeover chaos, and all of that good stuff. So I will see you next time.